Hello, I'm Archie Luxury. Today I'd like to continue the series, Every Wristwatch Tells a Story, Tell Me Yours. And today I'd like to talk about my Audemars Piguet Royal Oak. That's right, my Royal Oak. And this is a piece that I acquired very recently. And it has let me down. I've had some technical issues with the piece. And this is what happens sometimes when you buy a piece second hand. The bastard bites! And my AP Royal Oak, it's a piece I bought many years ago. I decided, hey, I love wristwatches. I'd bought my Patek Calatrava in white gold, and I decided that it's not a matter of having one watch. I love the fuckers, and I wanted a few of the fuckers. And I set about collecting some pieces that I love. And I did have a two-tone. I had a two-tone piece, which was a bit of a compromise because it was quartz and it was two-tone. It was a wee bit small at the 33mm size. So I decided the next piece I wanted was going to be the 36mm 14790 in steel. And I set about acquiring a piece. And I got one with the beautiful blue-grey dial. And it's a very special piece to me because the AP itself was released in my birth year, 1972. And it's a very, very beautiful piece to have. It's got a lot of presence. It was originally released as a sports watch, but you'd now call it a dress watch because the offshore Royal Oak has certainly taken the place for the sports premier piece. I love my AP, ignoring the technical difficulties I've had, and it's a piece that gives me great enjoyment. I'm Archie Luxury. Please enjoy this clip on my Audemars Piguet Royal Oak 14790 ST. Thank you very much.
And the Royal Oak is another piece in my collection that's a no-compromise purchase. Up until this time, I readily bought pieces which were either priced very keenly or had some compromise which justified me buying it at a good price. But with the AP, it's another piece which was the best or nothing approach. And I had actually owned a Breguet prior to this purchase, and I had owned a Royal Oak prior to this particular purchase, but it was a compromise because it was a steel and gold AP instead of the all steel, which is the one I really wanted. And it was also a quartz piece, so it automatically was not in the true collecting genre. So I eventually sold the quartz piece, and I thought to myself, you know, two pieces I'd really love to have in my collection. This is after I had the Calatrava, and those pieces were a AP Royal Oak in steel and a Jaeger LeCoultre Reverso piece. And the AP itself there, it's a very, very special piece. It's got many functions. And the AP for me, it was a piece that was released in my birth year, 1972. It also has that funky 1970s style, which some people would say is dated, but I kind of love. I like retro type pieces. I like things which aren't cutting edge, latest style, and I like design classics. And 1972 AP Royal Oak is a special piece. It saved the company from certain bankruptcy. It also defined the genre of the steel sports watch, and it's one of Gerald Gentry's absolute classics. And he went on to design pieces for VC, Patek with the Nautilus, VC with the 222, and it's just absolutely, I think it's one of the design icons of the 20th century. It's just absolute classic. And I thought about what do I really want, and I really wanted an AP Royal Oak. The quartz one was too small, about 33mm. I thought, next size up will be perfect. So the 36mm 14790 ST, and I wanted it in steel, and I wanted a bluey grey dial. That's the traditional dial that, you know, it's got that AP look to it. And that's exactly what I proceeded to find in the marketplace. And unfortunately, the piece has been a fucking bitch. It had a problem where it seems to stop because it needs a fucking AP service who are going to absolutely charge a fortune to service it. And I'm just in the middle of getting, my job is I'm getting the fucking rissole, and I'm going to have to wait a little bit longer to get this fucker serviced by AP, because it's going to be grief. It's going to be grief, Governor. I'm Haitian fucking grief. It's going to be grief. And I'm just... Look, it'll hold. That's the great thing about luxury wristwatches, is you don't have to just go out and service it. It'll hold. It'll hold in a bank safe. It'll hold in a security box. It'll hold. It'll wait. And then I can get it done. But I do love it. The AP Audemars Piguet Royal Oak in steel. It is a really beautiful piece. I do love it. And it brings me happiness when the fucker works. And it's a cool watch. It's a cool watch, and you know, that's what it comes down to. It's a great piece, and eventually the bastard will work, and it'll all be good. But you know, the AP, just such a design classic. It's a beautifully made piece. It's just a style icon, and in my collection there, it's not the quantity. I'm not looking at having 20 pieces. I've got the Archie 5. These are 5 fuck-off pieces that are just, any of these is a great piece to have. And that's what I want to have. It's not necessarily the most expensive pieces. It's not necessarily the, you know, the huge number. It's just 5 fuck-off nice pieces. And that's what I've achieved. And I'm Archie Luxury. And tell me what you think of my Audemars Piguet Royal Oak.